We are just about to start our second explore for today. 3 places we need to find: Mount Olive Lookout, the Emerald Pool and the Emerald Waterfall. So once again we're on Ironbark Road here. We've just finished Ironbark Falls. So we're going to turn the car around and continue along Ironbark Road until we reach an unsealed road. The hardest part about this next adventure is going to be how far up can we get the car, because there is a few hills and a few write-ups say 4-wheel drive can get right at the start of the Popran National Park gate where you start the walk, but just a normal car, you can't get up there. There's too many hills and the unsealed road is not that good, so I'm even dreading taking my car on any type of unsealed road. So we'll head up here and we'll start it again when I park the car. Just making our way to the Emerald Pool, and we had a picture of where to park the car, but this road, since that picture was taken, has been resurfaced quite well. So we had a 750 metre walk up until the National Park sign. It looks like we're going to get pretty close to where we can park right next to it. So the picnic area, yeah, we're going to save ourselves just under a kilometre walk. So I don't know when that picture was taken that I snapped off the internet when I was doing the research, but you can get right up to the start of the walk now. So someone's really helped us out here. So we should pass, is it the Popran National Park picnic area? Yeah. The Popran National Park picnic area on the left, and then we'll come to a sign and a gate. And through that gate is the start of the 10-kilometre loop walk. Yeah, this road's not too bad at all. Someone's come up here with some blue gravel. This was a dirt road in the pictures that I've seen. I don't know how old they are. So I'm just in a normal front-wheel drive vehicle here. I was a bit worried for Jet a moment there, but this is a nice road. We should be coming up to it pretty soon. If it's just under a kilometre from where we should have parked the car.
There we are.
There it is. Beautiful. Now we've got to find a gate. So wherever that gate is. Oh, someone's already, there's the gate. Yeah, someone's already driven all the way up here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so someone has taken off towards the Emerald Pool. All right, I think we'll just park there. All right, let's find a parking spot. What's the turning circle like? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, nice. Nice. I got some toilets too. We have a problem. The Popran National Park closed until 30th of June. Walking track maintenance. Emerald Pool, Mount Olive Lookout, Ironbark Picnic Area, Homney Creek Trails, 248 track, Mailman's track. Closures have been listed on the National Park's website. We do apologise. Well, that's not going to stop us. So this is where you park. This gentleman's taken a walk through the closed track as well. Unless they're National Parks and Wildlife. You've got a toilet here. What was it, a drop toilet? And an information board, which I didn't see any pictures of on the site that I was looking at. Mount Olive Lookout will be our first. Enjoy bushwalking, mountain bike riding and horse riding. Couple of nice beautiful waratahs there. We've got a couple of pictures here, so you should be able to read what's written down. So apparently, regeneration area over there. Surveillance cameras used in this park. Keep a lookout in the trees. Apparently, this walk towards the Emerald Pool is going to be rather boring. Very easy, but very boring. There's nothing really to see, but it's once you get to the Emerald Pool and come back along the 248 track is where you start seeing a little bit more. Go through a forest, there's some Aboriginal engravings that are very hard to make out, but we'll stop there and we'll see if we can see any. But the first cab off the rank will be, oh Tosie, just keep on moving, will be the Mount Olive lookout. So once we get to that junction, we'll switch back on again and I'll show you what it looks like. Apparently it's about 400 metres from the gate back up there. Have you turned left, Bill? You haven't turned left yet? Oh, okay, cool. So this is the first time that I've seen anything like this labelled. I've always thought they were pedestrian counters, but this one is actually labelled. So it notifies the national parks of how many people I gather do these walks on the weekends. So everything's marked on this track. I did some really extensive research, but this is very easy. So we have to turn right and head up there, but we're going to go see Mount Olive Lookout. Way out. So there's going to be a loop track. The loop track must come from the right, from up there, but on the right hand side where it joins this track again, and you might work it way out. So Mount Olive Lookout is what we're going to do first. Yeah, the 248 trail, that's the one we're going to come back on through Donovan's forest. That's what, sorry? Yeah, it was probably a backburn, I would say. Is it up through here? Mount Olive, 400 metres. I think it's here. And you know what? That's the way. So that's the way we're going to come out, but the way to the Emerald Pool, the boring way, is down through here. So this is the way we're going to do, and we're going to do the loop track all the way around, and we're going to come out through the 248 track through Donovan's forest. So this here is Mount Olive Lookout, 400 metres down. Hang on there, babe, I'll go up in front of you. So the bush regeneration. It looks like they'd finished because they put the bags at the start. That's what, sorry? Yeah. That's fresh too. Probably happened in this last week. Now I think a couple of years ago we did the Red Hands Cave and they were fixing that track as well. There's one thing I want to see in the distance up here at Mount Olive Lookout. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I'm hoping that you will be. Jeez, there's a strong smell of burnt wood, burnt trees. I see the stairs that they're fixing. Gorgeous. No one will be working today, so you probably couldn't do this on the weekend. There would be people working here. They wouldn't be all that happy. Nice job, chaps. Good work. Sorry, Bill. I didn't think there was any hills. I thought it was straight out to... Just think it's going to be all downhill when we come back onto the Mount Olive Fire Trail. Yeah, I know. Jeez, it just keeps on going and going. 400 metres, it did say so. From what I read on the website that I was looking up on, there's not much of a lookout up here. The trees are in the way. So unless they've cut them down, I don't expect to see too much. Although you can off to the side here. And that's it. Oh yeah, it's a good lookout. I don't know why people would say this is not a good lookout. Plenty to see. So somewhere there in the distance, might be up there, is Mangrove Mountain spring water. So back in 1995, I joined a company there on the northern beaches called Dean's Fruit Juice. They would have been the nudie of their time. The premier juice company these days would be nudie, everything pure and 100%. Well, Dean's back in those days didn't use any preservatives, so we were a pretty big company, and we used to source our water from Mangrove Mountain. We used to have something called the Rolling Rock, pure mineral water, I think it was, or pure water, and one had a twist of lime and the other had a twist of lemon, and that's where we got it from. And down there, I would say, is the Glenworth Valley. Look at that through there. Have you made it, Bill? Have a look through the valley there. It's well worth coming up. I don't know why people would say there's nothing to see here. So there's houses as far as the eyes can see. That would be Glenworth Valley down there, yeah? That's where your horsey's.
Yeah.
That's where your horsey's buried.
Like it, yep.
That's where your horsey is buried.
Yep, that's it. Look at that. Look at the clouds.
I know.
Whoa.
Yeah, check the clouds. That reminds me of the Blue Mountains.
God, beautiful.
Stunning. I hope the camera's doing it justice. Does that mean I need to move?
No. You can stay there. But
I'm going to see if I can.
Now.
Okay, you get one. I'm going to see if I can jump down one step more. Maybe the track does go down a little bit further. Okay, so from this point here, the trees are in the way. So you have to aim the camera between. And from what I've seen on the satellite map, Mangrove Mountain Spring is out that way. Nice drop down there. There's been some bush regeneration happen down there as well. Were you successful? You got one? Look good? We'll get a few pictures of us up here and then we'll continue on the Mount Olive Fire Trail towards the Emerald Pool. Just about to head back down now. Just see if there's any better vantage points up here. This one's not too bad here to get that cloud cover in the distance. I think we picked the right day to explore this. Like I said, if you came on a normal weekday and it wasn't a public holiday or the weekend, no doubt you would have national parks here working on that track. I think when we did Red Hand's Cave as well, that was some sort of long weekend. On that morning we started that out. Or it might have been raining. It was raining, yeah. It was a really torrential type weekend, so they had stopped work. So just again, coming back onto Mount Olive Fire Trail. If you did not want to do the loop and you want the more picturesque way, you would do the 248 track through Donovan's forest and all the way to the Emerald Pool, and you would come back that way again. We're going to go down the Mount Olive Fire Trail. Nothing to see down here apparently. It's just a nice wide open fire trail. We then have to veer off to the right and it'll loop us all the way back around to here. So once we get to this point towards midday, we'll know we're coming back to the car. Belle's taken off, so I better catch up with her. We'll turn back on again once we reach the junction. Just walking along this track and we thought there was nothing to see. Have a look at the size of this magic mushroom.
Oh, it's magic.
I wouldn't be eating it, don't break him.
He's tan colour underneath.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get him there. He might be. But not by us. I want to make it out today. Imagine if we start eating it. Listen, if we're out here and lost, by all means. But not today. These are little ant mounds. So we're going to have to walk 2.2 kilometres along this fire trail before we reach the Homney fire trail on our right. That will be at the junction. Could probably drive a car all the way down here. Looking at that gate back up there, I'm sure it is for fire trucks. See, all this would have been backburned and there would have been fire trucks stationed here. There's no way they would have done this without having some backup here. We've got a lyrebird just in here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. That's the female. They don't hang around all that long. There he's stretching underneath the rock there. He might hang around for us, you know. Doesn't seem to be taken off anyway. You see him? Where is it? Oh, yeah, up the top on the rock, yeah. I know. Yeah, he doesn't hang around. I saw this shot on Facebook. Someone managed to get incredible footage of one whistling. He was right there. He must have been hidden in the bush. I don't know how he captured the shot. Well, that's a good sign. We might come across some more along here. Just coming across a few Gymea lilies here that the firefighters have backburned. But this one here, it's singed around the bottom of it, but look at the green shoots coming back up, and it's ready to flower. This one's gone. That one won't be flowering, I'd say, for a year or so. Belle and I were just talking amongst ourselves along this wide open fire trail, a few nice downhill sections, and before you know it, we've come onto the trail, the Homney Creek Trail to Emerald Pool. That's not a long walk at all. I would suggest once you do Mount Olive Lookout, just come down the fire trail and do the loop, because you had no hills like that you had to encounter. So 2.7 kilometres we've walked, Belle. Yeah, 2.7. I'm not quite sure what's down there. I think it's a lookout towards the Glenworth Valley. But we'll skip that today. And then down here, I'd say we'll find the couple out of the four-wheel drive there in the car park down here at Emerald Pool. They would have taken the 248 track, I'd say. There's no reason for them to go do the loop. They've been here many times in the past. This being our first time, I thought we'd do the loop and see what it's all about. Plenty of wildlife too. There is the 248 track in the distance, saying that it's closed. No horses beyond this track. Okay, so this is where you tether the horses. Okay, so this is meant to be 500 metres from the Homney sign back up there, and another 400 metres down that track we turn left to the Emerald Pool. No horses beyond this point, so this is where you tether. Well, you just tether to this post here. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. You just leave them and then go off to the pool? I don't think so.
I'll be tying them to a tree.
Yeah.
You can see they've tied them to trees here, see?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that rope there,
Yeah.
that bit of rope,
That wouldn't hold a horse, would it?
you tie them to that, because if they freak out,
Yeah.
okay, they're not, so it'll break. They can get away.
Oh, they can get away. Ah,
Not break their bridle.
so they don't strangle themselves.
Yeah, well, their bridles don't break.
We need proper boots down here. Safety. Proper boots. Can you imagine? It's funny how these people are so worried about everything. Yet we had the original landowners walking bare feet. Yet these people, you've got to wear a helmet. You've got to wear shoes. You've got to wear this. You've got to wear that. Fair income. Do they realise that the Aboriginals had virtually nothing on? How did they manage to survive for so long? What a nanny state this is. I posted a picture the other day on Facebook of an 8-year-old boy winning a competition, I think in 1943, where he was to walk up the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I think it's Kenneth Jones, his name was. An 8-year-old boy walking up on top of the Harbour Bridge for its grand opening. Yet these days you have to wear proper suits, have to be strapped. Honestly. Little bit of overkill. Yeah, I know, but still. It's not that hard. Going off to war and having bullets fly past your ears is dangerous. Walking down a track. No, we continue following it. We continue following it on, so there's no coming back up. Yeah, you damaged the track, I think. That's the problem. So I don't even know if we're on the 248 track yet, but we've just got to find the turn off for Emerald Pool. It'll be on our left hand side here. So once we get to that, we'll start up again. So we now have the sandstone steps again. So I would say this is the point where they're completed and they're still repairing this area up here, because it did say it's going to open in June, so it's only 2 months away. A lot of the works have been completed. You see the bags down here. I'd say this is what they were putting in all the way down. We'll see how good of a job they did in the next torrential downpour. They don't look like they concreted in, it just looks like the sand in between. Make it look natural. Listen to that bird life. I don't know if that's coming through the camera. So we've got some stone steps. Very pretty. Must get muddy around here. That's why these are here. That's where the water probably flows down through. Probably down to the Emerald Pool. Giracool had something like this as well when we did that loop. Some stone steps over the creek there. I'd say these would have been dropped in by chopper, yeah? You're not going to be carrying these down unless some sort of truck drove them all the way down to where you tether the horses and they put them on a trolley down to here. Yeah, these bags are ready to be choppered out. Or are they the sandstone still in them? Let's have a look. No, they're empty. So they pull all the sandstone out. I'm probably just going to take the offcuts away and chopper them back out again. So Bell's just yelled out that we're crossing the creek. It said it's probably about 100 metres away from here where we have to turn off for the pool. So we're really close now. There's no water at all, huh? Hopefully the pool's got water in it. Emerald Pool, 50 metres. How many? You've missed it, Belle. You got to turn left, darling. I think so. Lift up that little hessian. Is that your? What is that? Over the arrow. Go back to the sign there. I think there's something over the arrow. Yeah, just lift that bit up and have a look and see. Yeah, there's an arrow. Maybe they did that on purpose. So you miss. All right. Did you get a picture of this one? Actually, come back and get a picture because you would have taken a picture without the arrow on it. Got it? Well done, Bubs. Okay, and so we continue up there, yeah, the way that you were going. So there's no turning back. That's where we go home. Up that way. Take us to the 248 track. 50 metres away. Let me go in front of you, considering it's so close. Yeah, I can hear it as well. I'm interested to see what the waterfall looks like because on satellite mapping it says that the waterfall is temporarily closed. How do you close a waterfall? That's interesting to me. How do you close the natural feature in the bush? We've lost the sun, so we may not get any glistening off the pool area. I'm expecting to see someone down here, so the creek is just to the left of me over here, and there it is, the Emerald Pool. We have reached it. A natural feature in the jungle of Popperin National Park. Oh, it's echoey down here. She's dry. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is what's known as Emerald Pool. Actually walk down the creek if you wanted to. Doesn't look all that hard. There's a bit of cascading water up there. And the Emerald Waterfall is meant to be down there, so we'll have a walk down there. There's a lot of debris inside the pool, huh? They talk about it being crystal clear. Well, I can see to the bottom of it. I don't know if that's coming through the camera. Belle. I think the nicest bit about this part is the little cascading water up here. I don't expect there to be much running off the waterfall. A lot of people talk about this as being something special. I don't know, I would like to think that Pearly Ponds is something that you could do that's a lot closer and maybe even a little bit prettier. What do you think about this? It's pretty.
I do like that ledge there. I think I might go in.
You're going to go for a swim?
Well, look at it. It's nice there.
It is. It's crystal.
And I could just do a little paddle around there and back.
You can do that. You get in your tidy whities.
I'm going to just get my shoes off.
Yeah, you do what you need to do. Are you going naked? The viewer poll has suggested that you go naked. That looks nice. Around there. That looks beautiful. Plenty of mozzies. Should we walk down, before you do that, should we walk down to the waterfall first? Because there's a track. No, I think it's...
Are you going to go down to the waterfall?
Let's go, there's a track here. So follow me.
Where is it?
I don't know. On the satellite mapping, it wasn't that much further along. There's a track through there, and there wasn't a track on that side. Here's the track on this side. I think let's just go down because it's a rock platform. So let's go down, suss this out. On the way back, we'll do a little bit of swimming. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't think we're going to see anything, but let's just go take a few snaps from there and then we can relax. I can sit down and film you swimming. Reminds me of the rock platform when we're going into Spy and Cop. It's exactly the same, nice and dry, nice and easy. It's probably hard to get to in heavy rain. See the black cockies. Is that black cockies? Where are you? Still get to see them. Oh, there they are, right in front of us. Look at that. If I can get Belle beside me here, she might be able to zoom in and grab those two on the tree there. I'm not going to move for a little bit. Let me wait to see if we can get a picture of that. Belle's just going to wait up the top there for me. I'm going to walk down this creek system, see if I come to the top of the falls. Looks to get a little bit deep here. We'll soon see. I can't see underneath my footing here, but looks to be just there. If I can make it past this little section, I'm confident. There is rock below me. Here's where it gets a little bit deeper. I don't want to wet the pants again. I've just dried off and now I'm going to wet them again. Plenty of mozzies. Not recommended coming down to the waterfall. There's a track up there, or do I go through the water? I'm going to try up through that track. One sec. So I've had to go up along the right hand side walking down. I'm still not at the waterfall yet, but I don't expect there to be any water in it, but we'll keep on walking, see where it comes down to, see if there's a massive drop. Because once Belle goes for a swim, that's it. I'm pretty much just returning back to the car and then finding a little establishment to eat. It's not much of a waterfall. Little pool here to swim. You could probably make your way down to the other little section there, but I think I'll go down as far as here and then turn back. I was expecting a nice big drop, but there's nothing here, unless it's further down. I'm not going to walk down any further. I just don't know how much further it is down there. I'll just get a few pictures from here and then we'll get Belle swimming in the pool. While I've been down the creek searching, the icon has been drawing. Anzac Day 2025. You better catch her because she's just about to go for a swim. So if there's anything special about Emerald Waterfall and you've been down to it, let me know. I'll come back another day, but just not prepared to walk down today, and it does look very dry. How much water is going to be flowing off it? Very little. I'd say that temporarily closed sign might be there full time on Google Maps. So which side you're going to enter from? On this side? Okay, so let me go get a nice seat up the top there. So you're going to enter from these rocks here? Okay, I'll go sit up over there and we'll get a bit of video of her. Do it, honey. I know it's cold, but you're okay. You're the water, baby. Like a band-aid. Straight in. That's it. Swim. This way, towards me. Come on. You're in there now. Yeah. You'll be warmer in there than out here. Yeah, that's right. I'll come over to here. You're in there now, so that's that initial shock when you first get in. I'm going to sit on these rocks over here and I want you to do the lap to where I am. And but you can do that. Yes, you can. Come on. You can do that. Hang on. 1 sec. Refreshing? So you can go all the way to the end. Watch the rock below you. Can you wave at me, doll? Can you wave at me? She's freezing. She's freezing. Cold? You've done well, there's no sun out. Very good. That's twice now. Pearly Ponds and the Emerald Pool. Yeah, no, hop out. You got a towel with you today, dry yourself off and then we'll make our way back. You can say that you've swam in the Emerald Pool. Be careful you don't slip, yeah? It's a long way to the other side.
You know what? That's very refreshing.
Is there something on my hat? I thought it might have been a spider. Come across. Where's you got your towel? Oh, no way. Climb a tower? Climb a mountain? Swimming is not my domain. That's your domain. You're the one that told me you're a water baby. If you want me to climb anything, climb the Eiffel Tower if you want me to. No problem. Climbing's my strong suit. Swimming, not so much. If I had to, you know, if I had to go swim over to there, I would, but no, thank you. All right, we'll wait till... Oh yeah, better not pan over towards you then. Take up the whole... That'll take up the whole screen. She started to rain. We're a long way away from home. Hopefully it's just a shower over the pool here. Belle's going to go up the track. I'm going to see if I can go up the cascades here. I don't know how slippery it's going to be. Soon find out. We will be walking through the forest up here. I forget what it was called. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of cover through there. Nice, easy going up through the cascades. Lucky the camera's waterproof. And now we're going to hit the 248 track, which looks to be longer. So it only took us about 3 or 4 kilometres on the Mount Olive track. I think going the other way, it's going to take another 5 k's. How deep's that over there? I'm already slipping here. Careful, we don't want any mishaps at the moment. I can jump up on the rocks here at any time if I need be. Just can't see the bottom. Is it deep? Is it not deep? Ow! I've got some prickly bush beside me here. Easy enough to go down. You could go straight down here. You wouldn't even have to go through the track and jump in at the end of this into the pool if you wanted to. You could be a rebel. Hang on, Bill. One more. I had my hat the other way. Try now. Cool. Thank you. That'll do. That's plenty. The ones that are bad we'll delete, and the ones that come out nice we'll keep. How far up is the causeway of the track there? Can I keep on going? I'll just head up here. Okay. All right, so we're going to head up that way. The Homney track, the Homney Creek track. And do you remember what that forest was called? Was it called Donovan's? Yeah, the one that we're going to walk through on the way back. I think it was Donovan's forest. So let's go and see what it's like up through here. Bit of work going on here. Yeah, no worries. No problem. What is it?
Or is it that one?
I don't know. I'd say be where the bags are. Yeah, no, it's up that way. If we get lost, we're going to have to come back down here again. On the way home, they do mention about walking a narrow track through tall eucalyptus. We'll then come to a sign directing us to the 248 track, then go through Donovan's forest where there's heaps of ferns, and that'll take us back to the junction of the Mount Olive track. So this might get a little bit muddy through here. Once we clear all this, we should be okay. Yeah, we've got ribbons all the way along. Be easy enough to get out. So this is the loop. So we're doing the loop today. On a hot day, I would suggest you come down the Homney Creek trail from the 248 track, because you'll be covered with shade. But on a cool day, or if you don't want to get leeches or spider webs or everything, just come down the Mount Olive fire trail. That was a really easy walk this morning. Chatting away, we didn't even realise we came on it so quick. Got all the bags all the way through guiding us.
Yellowtail.
Black cockatoos just above us.
Black yellowtail, yeah. And I mean, it's not just one or two.
Yeah, no. Now these bags on this end of the Homney Creek trail are full with the sandstone.
You know, I think I know what it is.
Why? Oh, the
Birds.
birds. There you go. Absolutely full. Look at that. How would they lift that? Would it take 4 people?
Yeah.
Have to be a workforce.
Down here.
Yeah, have to be a,
I think the guys with quarry,
possibly. Have to be a workforce of people down here. You're not lifting that by yourself. Have to be some strong national parks and wildlife lifting them. Mate, this place is just renowned for black cockatoos. They haven't stopped. Look at this guy perched up here. They don't allow me to get too close and film. Just all through the valley there. Have you got your phone? Take my phone, just in case you can zoom in on one at some point, and I'll carry your phone. It might not be easy, but it might be an opportunity. Wow, I hope I got that. There's another one. On top of that tree. Are more going to be coming over? We may come across a few more. You think they're sounding the alarm over us? I don't want to turn the camera off just in case. We're heading up now, so we're going away from them. There's one right there. Can you see him? Just in that tree there? There's a whole bunch more in the tree down there. This guy's cleaning himself. You reckon you got him? Just that little bit of eucalyptus in the way. There they go. You reckon you got it? Yeah. Well, we'll soon see. Something to look forward to when I go through the pictures later tonight or tomorrow. Upwards and onwards we go. That's the end of the bags. From here on in, we're on our own. No more bags guiding us. So we've come to a T intersection here. I highly doubt that we would start heading down again. So we're going to turn left here. They have been doing maintenance up here. Here's a wheelbarrow. Trade mix. Trade mix. We've got some more Hessian bags in a toolbox here. Is it locked? I don't think so. Yes, it is. Yeah, got the lock down here. Master lock. 2 combination master locks. I'm still yet to see the sign for the 248 track, but I would suggest this is the one to take us on it. Just taking little snippets of what you'll find on this track. You come out from the bush and now you go on this wooden deck. And it is a lot prettier than the fire trail because you're enclosed with shrubs on either side of you in really good condition. You've got a tarp up here where the people stay dry when it rains. Got some weeding apparatuses here. A lot of work been going on here. They would have been working here yesterday, yeah? Yeah. I think we've been very lucky. Like I said, if this wasn't a public holiday today, yeah, they'd be here. They wouldn't be all that happy. Yeah. Then again, you never know. Maybe they'd like to see some people have some conversation working all day. I know if I was a worker, I wouldn't be unhappy someone walking up here. Be nice to have some conversation. It's not like we're fucking destroying anything. I'm in with thongs. You reckon there's going to be pavers all along here? It's a big job. Real big job. Here we've got something that's probably tied to the chopper. What do you reckon that would be? Water?
Sand?
What is it? Sand? Yeah, sand. You're right.
Oh, water.
Yeah, it's water. Probably for the cement, maybe. Or drinking, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's drinking water. I don't know. For what, sorry? For fires? I don't know. Surely they'd need water down here for something. They have to mix some sort of paste when they're putting the sandstone together. It could be drinking water. It did have a nozzle on the end of it, so... Huh? Could be, yeah. We've got a trolley. It's one of the trolleys I use on my water run. It's a long way in the bush for all this stuff to be. We've got a compactor, got a pickaxe, we've got a rake. That wouldn't have been fuel in there, would there? No, I don't think so. Finding all sorts of gear on this track. We've just got a little bit of drizzle falling on us as well, so which is making it quite cool. They did say towards the end of the day there will be heavy showers and 60% chance, but I think we'll be back at the car long before those showers hit. So this is the meshing stopping you from heading down to the pool from this end. So this must be a 248 track, Emerald Pool. Track repair works at Homely Creek and Emerald Pool tracks. If you're thinking about doing this, it reopens, weather dependent, on the 30th of June 2025. Pause that if you want to have a read. Don't do what we do. It's illegal. It's illegal. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a few stumps in the ground there that I didn't see. Lucky I got the balance of a mountain cat. Still haven't found a sign that says the 248 tracks. I don't even know if we're going through it yet. We're on a nice open fire trail now. The hilly part is done. Alright, we're coming up, I think we're coming to the flat area now, so I think that's the last of the hills. I don't know how far we are from the junction.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Where's the sign?
You reckon that's it? The 248 track sign? That means Mount Olive Fire Trail is across from it. Surely we couldn't have got back this quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is different. Was there a turning circle?
No.
Okay, so there's a turning circle here for fire trucks. Okay, so this is a different sign. Hominy Creek track, no horses beyond this point, to Emerald Pool. Okay, we never got to this track, so we're still yet to go on the 248 track. So we're still Hominy Creek track. We're still on the Hominy Creek track. I actually thought that may have been back at the start of the day. But as for the tall, we haven't even gone through Donovan's forest yet. Didn't we say that we're going to see signs? Maybe we're yet to go through Donovan's forest. Oh well, let's wait and see what awaits us ahead. So finally, we're on the 248 trail, but we saw no sign for Donovan's forest. So I gather Donovan's forest is coming up from Emerald Pool. There was no signs for it though. What does it say here? Hang on. We've got
248 trail.
Yeah, up that way, and 248 trail this way.
Right, that way.
1.8 kilometres to the car park. Was there a side trail coming out, maybe behind the information board?
There was a trail coming outside the information
Let's do this one.
board. I saw that trail right as we were leaving.
Behind the information board?
No, it was on the other side.
Where I parked the car?
Yes,
Okay.
but further up.
Okay, well let's do.
To the right.
Okay, so let's do this one. Maybe Donovan's forest is up through there. No, it would say it. I would say Donovan's forest was coming up that hill, through the trees where they were doing all the work, where the black cockatoos were. So this now should take us back to the junction of the Mount Olive track, where we can see the track that heads off towards the lookout. So we've got 2 kilometres back to the car park. It's been an easy walk today. Can't complain at all. There was a few hilly sections, but this, very easy walk. Be even easier once the steps go in, the stone steps that the national parks are doing as well. So. All right, one last little bit back up at the car park, and we'll bid you farewell up there. We are still deliberating whether or not we went through Donovan's forest or not. It could be through here. That looks like a bit of a forest through there. But it would help National Parks and Wildlife if you had a sign down there at the Emerald Pool saying Donovan's forest. How about you put one up here somewhere so folks like myself and the icon know when they're passing through it? Why would you think these logs are here? Oh, this is where the Aboriginal thing might be. Ah, okay. Remember I said to you that someone mentioned there's some Aboriginal engravings, but they're very hard to pick up? I'd say this would be it. Yeah, that's what I think that's for. I've seen those at other sites. It just looks like cracking on rock. If there was something here. I don't know how you'd pick up on it. There's something there. Small, but they're not very defined. Yeah, I'd say this is the forest we're talking about. This is the tall eucalypts. Lucky we did go this way. Because if we took that other trail off to the left, we wouldn't have come down through this beautiful area. Is that tall?
This looks like a forest to me.
I'd say this is Donovan's forest. What did we say we're going to see through here? Lots of ferns and the Gymea lilies, and that's exactly what we're seeing. How's that breeze? And it's all downhill. Oh, this might be a good opportunity to show the type of hat and shades that I've got on. I know some people love this segment. This hat I have not worn since last year. The United States Navy Top Gun Fighter Weapons School. Last time I wore this hat is on that freezing cold morning up there on the bridle track when we went away with Doc and Mav and Doc's son Jackie Chan. The shades, there's only one lot of shades that can go with that hat, and they are the blue flash mirror Ray-Ban 30-25 aviator sunglasses. And also to go with them, the blue splash boomerangs. Have not let me down at all once again today. Have not slipped. You can see how rocky this terrain is we're walking down. Bio foam. There's the ferns. This 100% confirms it now. Donovan's forest, and you'll see a shitload of ferns. That's what I read. Would you call that a shitload of ferns?
I'll call that
And
$1 million in a nursery.
yeah, that's an abundance of ferns. Absolutely abundance. Have a look at this tree here that's bent over. Is that bent over because of what's growing on it?
Yep.
No. Someone's actually... No,
No, the ferns bent it over.
you reckon the ferns have bent it over?
Yeah. Grabbed it.
That poor tree. That poor tree. This is beautiful tree. I know. Spectacular. When you think about the fire trail that we came on, this is picturesque. What's the bet? What's the bet that on this sign it says?
Donovan's forest.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that on this sign, it's long enough to say Donovan's forest, and it would be on the other side. Is it going to say Donovan's forest, or is it going to say Emerald Pool?
Donovan's forest.
That's your bet?
Yeah.
Emerald Pool. That's a good sign, isn't it? Donovan's forest. We were right.
Yeah.
That is well worth. And now when I think about it, if you ever do the Emerald Pool, you might want to just do the 248 track down and up. It's much prettier this way, isn't it?
Yes.
There's nothing the other way.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that you just go straight down here and straight back up again. The other way is probably closer, but this is the more prettier way. Bye, Jason. Jason, Donovan's forest. Kylie might be up here, you never know. Especially for you. What was his father's name? Terence. Terence had a great role in Cop Shop. He was the main dude in Cop Shop back in the 70s. Something like 500 plus episodes of Cop Shop. I used to love it back in the day. What were you pointing at? Yeah, I know. I think these are sacred to the Aboriginals, these trees. That tells a story, doesn't it? Got to be close. It was only 1.8 kilometres down from the sign there, so we can't be all that far away now. Can I just inform you guys that after you escape from Donovan's forest, it is a killer. It is all uphill, bends, and I can understand now why that other track's there. For the people that want to skip Donovan's forest can come through the other track from the car park. This has been all uphill. We're still not even at the junction. Every bend that I come to, I'm thinking, yes, I'm going to see something. It flattens out a little bit up the top there, but this has been just constant uphill area. Belle's legs are burning. Absolutely burning. She's also complaining that I didn't take any water with me, so she's got no water to drink. She's finished off her water, so she's now blaming me that I didn't bring a bottle of water with me. What's the three? Did you say 3 threes? When you're out in the bush, it's 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, and 3 months without the wife? What's the other 3? 3 threes. We'll have to Google it. The first 2 make sense. I don't know what the last 3 would be. She's thinking hard. For no food. What's the final 3? 3 months what? Oh, in 3 months you're dead. Is that the 3 threes? 3 weeks, 3 days no water, then you're in trouble. 3 weeks no food, you're in big trouble. After 3 months you're dead if you don't find any of the first 2. That's what we think anyway. We can see a change of colour up in the distance, and the bags. Those bags should be just below Mount Olive Lookout, or the track that heads to Mount Olive Lookout. Way out. And at this point, this is where I said to you, we're going to do the loop. Donovan's Forest. So you have a sign of Donovan's Forest this way, but coming the opposite way, there is no sign. You have to turn back on yourself to see the sign. And that's it. Back onto the Mount Olive track, into the Popperin National Park. Can you believe that the battery cut off just as I was about to say goodbye to the viewers? So I had to make a quick pit stop and change the battery. There is a little bit more to go actually, so I'll just wait till we're back in the car park and see if there's any other cars in there. Starting to sprinkle down again, but we've probably got about another 5 or 10 minutes of walking to go. Okay, so the P-plate car that was here this morning is long gone. But it says keep out. So you think that's the track that took us down where it said to veer left? Yeah, you're probably right. That would have come up from where it said the Homney Trail. We've got 2 cars here now. Oh, sorry, a car and a motorbike. I think they're building a platform here or something. I don't know what this is all about. So we didn't come across any other people. So they must have maybe gone to the lookout or some other track around here. And on that note, thanks for joining us. Up here at beautiful Glenworth Valley from the Icon by V and myself. Until we'll see you again on the next adventure or explore, which should be up at Mossvale in 2 weeks. Adios.